Rachel here from the Confused Millennial, and today we are going to look inside the Lovevery Explorer Play Kit for months 9 and 10. If you're new here, I have been going inside every single Lovevery Play Kit box. You guys can check out all of those. I'll leave a link up here to that whole playlist and one in the description box as well. If you're like, I don't need to know what's inside every single box, just give me a high level. Is it worth it? Is it not? Spoiler alert, they are worth it. I also have just a full Lovevery Play Kit reviewed that's more generalized, answering some of the most frequently asked questions I get, since I have had these for a year and a half now. But let's get into the Explorer Play Kit. I adore this play kit. It's got a ton of great stuff in it. I mean, like I said, every single video from 7 to 8 months, the inspector box on, they're awesome. The first toy in this play kit is a little peekaboo blanket. I would say this is probably like the least exciting item in this play kit, just because, I mean, it's a blanket. You play peekaboo, it's super fun, it's great, but like, as parents, we all probably have a blanket. From there, we have some really fun stuff. We have this wooden ring stacker kit. It comes with a ball. Unfortunately, my dog ate that ball, but that's okay because the other Lovevery play kits come with balls too, which we use in this. The reason I love this item, A, obviously like she's learning how to stack stuff, B, it's super aesthetically pleasing, but I also love that it's just really encouraging open-ended play. So we'll use this as like a telescope. We'll put it next to each other's ears to see how it sounds. She'll also take the Montessori egg toy that comes in this play kit, and she actually on her own just started putting the egg inside of here to see what happened, picking it up, seeing how the rings fell, all of that type of stuff. So she loves this toy. She continues to play with it well past. It's for months 9 to 10. She plays with it. She's gonna be 18 months this month. She still plays with it. The Montessori egg is a classic Montessori toy. I always get asked, like, financially, are the Lovevery play kits worth it? This play kit is $80 for the box. You guys can get 10% off. I will leave a link below with how to take advantage of that offer from Lovevery in the description box. But basically where I'm trying to go with this is when you actually do the math for how many items you get in the box and calculate the price per toy, it comes out to about $7 to $9 for each toy depending on the play kit. When you go on Amazon and you try to find this little Montessori egg, it costs like $16. So right there, this is a 50% savings. So I don't think we're used to buying so many toys at once, which means that when you see that total number, it can seem like a lot, but then when you actually go ahead and realize how much you're spending on individual toys, you're like, oh, okay, it's not that much. It's actually a pretty good deal. Montessori egg, she plays with this all the time. She likes to put lots of different things to see what fits in here. She practices dexterity. She rolls this. She sees what containers it fits in. I think that's why I love this as a toy subscription service, because all of the toys end up being used together, or you can take some from here and they work with toys in other ones and so on. So things can really be like reimagined for open-ended play in tons of different ways. This play kit comes with 2 book, Opposites and How I Feel. The Opposites book is basically exactly what it says. It's teaching a really important concept of opposites. My daughter's funny story about this one. So whenever we go through the Lovevery books with my daughter, one of the reasons we love them is because we can act out so much of the stuff in real time. In the last review, I talked about like the teaching sign language. So this is a really good example too, where we practice closed, open. Anyway, so we went to go get my daughter's blood drawn for her 1-year-old blood work, and we go close, and she makes a little fist, and the phlebotomist was like dying laughing. She's like, oh my God, she's actually making a fist for me. And so I think it's those moments where you realize, like, even though these books seem really simple to you and I, and maybe we're like, how does she want to read this for the 5 millionth time? It literally is just clean dirty. These books are literally meeting our kids where they're at developmentally, and I think that's why I get so passionate about this. Emotional intelligence is a really big thing for me too. My background is in psychology. I have my master's in counseling. The How I Feel book, this has been such a joy for me, literally taking her through happy and then just describing what I'm observing. Mad, Her mouth is turned down into a frown. She's really red. You can see all the way back into her mouth. Just saying out loud what you're observing in the person, while this is, you know, common knowledge to you and I, this is everyday stuff. Imagine how much further along we could possibly be if we actually started to identify stuff. They're just really fun. She shows us her mad face now at 17 months, and it just goes to show how much these books are really paying off. And these are not the types of books I would have typically bought if I were to go to the bookstore on my own. Instead, I would have gone for more traditional books, but these ones, I mean, you can watch your kids developing the skills, and it's so freaking cool. Anyway, next in our play kit, our Explorer play kit, it comes with a little, mine came with a little pouch. So quick note. Yeah, this still comes with a pouch. So because I got all of this stuff about 1.5 years ago, this was all the first iteration of the Lovevery Play Kits. They have since actually updated a few items in most of the first year kits, but this bag is still included, which is great because whenever we're traveling, we'll throw a few toys in there. So you get a pouch, and then you also get a couple of bean bags. Super soft shapes, fun for them to look at, fun for them to feel different textures, see what it can fit inside. Comes with 4 blocks. We also have the Lovevery block set, so I think the other 2 blocks are somewhere in that, but really good for them to start learning how to stack, knock over, all of that. And then the other items in this play kit is what they're calling gripping canisters. So these are, what I have are a little bit different than what currently comes in the play kit. So these are the ones I currently have, and then here's a picture of what they currently look like. So as you guys can see in their current version of these, it's a lot easier. The handles are much easier for little hands. With that said, the canisters themselves are shorter, which I wish they wouldn't have done. These are actually some of my daughter's favorite toys. This one accidentally went home with grandma once, and I called her like freaking out, and it's like, you need to bring that back next time you come here. And she's like, Rachel, it's a plastic canister, what's so special about it? But the length of these really work well for my daughter, and that's because in the previous play kit you saw that they get their own little cup. My daughter very quickly learned how to drink from cups, which meant that the short nesting cups that were in the last play kit, she would filling them up in the bathtub and then drinking from them. These canisters, just like the nesting cups, have holes at the bottom, which make them a great toy to bring in the bath, to bring in the pool. And then the length of these ones meant that by the time she actually tilted all the way up, all of the water had sunk through. So as a mom, I personally love the length of this. As she's gotten taller and like we have a giant first step in our pool, she likes the length of seeing how fast this all flows out. But I do think that the lid improvements, so in the other one, there's one handle that's like this, and then there's one that's kind of a top knot. This canister, the twist canister, my daughter worked at this, I can't even tell you, for so long. I swear to you, maybe my brain might be exaggerating, but it felt like she would just practice this by herself for 45 minutes at a time. It probably was not that long, but whenever you get that much time uninterrupted from your baby, you're like, this feels like luxury. I'm on a beach, I'm on vacation. This is the best thing ever. So, I mean, so simple. Who would have thought? Lastly, just like every Lovevery Play Kit, this one comes with a guidebook full of research explaining what the toys are, suggestions for when to introduce them to your little one, tips for just like engaging with your baby, way more ideas for playing that go beyond the toys in the play kit. This is really helpful because obviously we want to make sure we're meeting our child where they're at developmentally, and sometimes it can feel like, what am I supposed to do with this thing that just flies there or crawls there or whatever's there. Their worlds are so different than ours, and so it's always really helpful to have all this information informed by experts. They work with psychologists, occupational therapists, Montessori experts, researchers that specialize in baby brain development, all of that stuff, to put together all of these toys, to put together the play kit, to put together this guide, so you don't have to do the research, which is pretty awesome. Make sure to hit that notification and subscribe button, because next time, we are going to be going through their play kit for 11 to 12 months. It's their last play kit that is on the every other month baby's first year schedule. The Thinker play kit. I know you guys won't want to miss that. In the meantime, feel free to go ahead, take a peek inside the past Lovevery play kits, or just check out my general overarching review. If you're like, yep, we get it, I don't need to know what's coming inside each one of these, just answer my questions about pricing and use my concerns that my newborn will keep playing with this wooden toy, because everyone tells me that they only want light up push button toys, which isn't true at all. So I share more about my experience and kind of like debunk some of those toy myths and talk about what Montessori is, toy rotation, all that stuff. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I'm Rachel from the Confused Millennial. I'll talk to you soon.